everybody and welcome to another video, and today we are going to be ranking all 6 of the Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy films up to this point in time. And this ranking is simply going to be based on not as much necessarily on quality, but on quality, how much I enjoyed making them, how much I enjoyed like looking at them again, and just some other miscellaneous stuff about it that I might get into. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, and let's get right into the ranking. Coming in the number 6 spot, we have Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy, The Revenge of Chad. I don't really know what to say about this one other than it's just bad. Obviously, we had filmed most of... We had an entire thing filmed. It was like 9 minutes long, so it wasn't as long as the end product was, but then we lost like 90% of it. I only ended up getting the really some major fights and stuff, and there's nothing else. So I was missing like a ton of actual stuff to the thing, so we had to do quote-unquote reshoots, which did not go splendid. Well, they actually went they were good on their own, but then we just had to kind of force it all together, and it just kind of became a jumbled mess. Now, it did have some good moments that I'm gonna play here right now.
Time to go find the forever darts! I found the last dart.
I always knew I was a pretty princess. I'm Chad!
Let's get up, Rubbermaid! Let's get up! He has to be...
This is no easy fight.
He's weaker. It's not as strong. Let's combine our abilities. One more time. From right from above.
But then it also had a few rough moments that I will also show off here in a couple seconds. We have this moment where Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy win this big fight against Chad, and then originally there was a scene that happened where Chad does something. He gets back up and Plastic Boy, he attacks Rubbermaid Man, and that's all that, and then transitions to it. But we lost that one, and then we also forgot to film it again, so it just kind of turns into this jumbled mess.
Just want to make sure. Let's all turn! And then battle win! Yeah! Woo!
Plastic Boy. I don't know who to fight.
Come back!
Come down, Plastic Boy, and come with me. You come with me. Come on, let's go. Come with me, and you'll see a world of your imagination.
But after all that, let's move on to the number 5 spot. Plastic Boy New Beginnings sits in I found it a lot like Revenge of Chad. It's just, even though it's not as thrown together, it still kind of feels that way. Like, it just doesn't work very well. Rubbermaid Man versus Plastic Boy is built to just be a fight. This movie was supposed to have, I wanted it to have significant character development with Plastic Boy kind of becoming his own independent hero. But that just didn't really happen because I didn't write it in. I have little bits of notes. Excuse me. On my phone, I have notes for like general plots for each of the movies, and for Plastic Boy New Beginning, and it just didn't really write any scenes in where he actually does anything, like other than confronting Chelsea and Chad. There isn't really much build-up. There's no reference to any other Chihuahua Gang members, which they kind of just appear as is anyway. But Chelsea just kind of appears and then is like supposed to be this big evil villain threat that just kind of gets easily knocked down the second we use the power of reflecting back. It's kind of like how Marvel is kind of shoehorning in really strong characters right now because of being a strong independent women, but instead of a Plastic Boy becoming the most powerful because of being a strong independent woman, because Plastic Boy is a man, Plastic Boy becomes powerful because of the memory of his friends, so basically the power of friendship. It doesn't work all that well. The memory sequences aren't even close to as good as I wanted them to be, or what I thought. When I envisioned it, it didn't come out the way I had kind of pseudo-scripted it here. So yeah, this one's a pretty easy slot at number 5. I don't think it's worse than Revenge of Chad, just because Revenge of Chad cuts between a ton of like random stuff all the time. So I'll show some quick clips and then we'll move on to number 4.
Brad, lay down. What are you doing here? How did you come back?
You cannot take it. This is work as a team. Okay. Use your Air Force ability. Roll him. Chelsea, fight. What?
At number 4, we have the original Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy. And this one was, from here up, it's incredibly hard to actually rank. And this one was pretty difficult to put at 4 because, in my opinion, the original Final Match and Versus are all relatively good. I think Versus is more of a case where it's so bad it's good, and it has a lot of funny moments, so that's why I'm putting this one, the original, here at 4. There's some funny stuff that happens. It's the second longest, I think. I want to say it's the second longest. I don't have it in front of me right now, but if I had to guess, it's the second longest next to Final Match, which is by far the longest. I wouldn't say by far, but it's by a little bit. But this one just, it's overall pretty good. It's a great establishment for the universe, in my opinion. I think something that would have worked better, so if we had set up Chad becoming a villain a little bit better, because obviously he just kind of, the opening scene is literally just Chad fighting Rubbermaid Man, and I wish there had been some build-up to where, like, maybe Rubbermaid Man is like training with Chad or something, and showing some of the stuff that we talk about later on, where Rubbermaid Man says, "You're surpassing Chad in a mere matter of minutes," and stuff like that, as opposed to it literally just being an immediate fight scene. But I think the actual introduction to the two main characters is very well done, and if we ever film more Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy, that scene is how the entire thing is going to end. The first scene between actual Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy happening again in either a different way or this exact scene, we'll see. But spoiler alert, it's gonna wrap up like that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I quite enjoy the character development. I like the interactions between me and Hayden here, and I think it doesn't feel like it's just jumbled with a lot of fights, just being constant fights, which is kind of what Plastic Boy New Beginning was. And I know it's going to be contradicted in my next one, but yeah. Well, we'll show some clips from this one, and then we'll get to number 3 on the ranking.
Oh, nice move. You spotted the open. Agility is key to fighting. If you're not agile, you will not win the fight. That was very strong. Here, and then if we add some agility to you.
So, jump and throw?
Yeah, like a jump throw.
Okay, let me try.
That was a terrific shot, Plastic Boy. Nice. Go for it. Your training is exceeding Chad in a mere matter of minutes. Chad could barely throw it the first time. Unbelievable. I feel the power within me already.
Wait, you've already felt these swords. How?
Yeah. Did it burn you?
I don't know. It's tingles on my arm.
Okay, try it again. But this time use all your muscle and might and just force into it. Bond with the sword! Bond with the sword! What's he doing?
What is this?
The Super Air Force ability! Finish him!
Chapanga!
Coming in at number 3, we have Rubbermaid Man versus Plastic Boy, and this one, like I said with number 4, it's one of those ones where it's so bad it's good, because I literally just said that I don't really like I don't mind it. Like, it depends on the scenario. If most of the movie's a fight, it can be good or bad. When with Plastic Boy New Beginning, I don't think it works very well. But here, literally everything's a fight, and honestly, this is probably the most rewatchable out of all of them. This is the one I find myself enjoying the most to rewatch in its entirety, just because it's funny. It's stupid. Like, the first 2 were meant to be goofy but a little bit more serious, and then we just kind of took that serious aspect out of it, and then I kind of got back to it a little bit. But this one's meant to be just completely goofy. Like, there's nothing about this that's meant to be really, there's no serious talk really at all. I think Hayden and I, our chemistry here in this, like just the banter back and forth is really good in a lot of parts, and I actually find myself like laughing a fair amount, like at some of the points, especially when making the out of context video that I made the other day. There's some clips in this movie that I forgot to include in that out of context video, so I'll try and find them and include them here. Just overall, it's just really goofy. There's not much more I can say about it. It's obviously not, as a movie itself, a 15-minute long fight wouldn't be that great when it's just one setting and just constant going back and forth, but our banter kind of makes it work. And like, if there's any movie that didn't have to be present in the slightest, it's this one. But I'm glad we did it, because it's funny, it's fun, and yeah, it's as simple as that. It works. And so I'll find some clips here, and I'll try and get those ones that should have been out of context video, and then we'll move on to number 2.
Plastic boy, stop! Plastic boy, that's enough! Plastic boy, plastic boy, plastic boy, plastic boy, plastic boy, plastic boy, plastic boy!
What are you gonna do? Rubbify me?
I have a shield. That's fine with me, because my life has no meaning. I'm just a hero. Nobody likes me. Rubbermaid man!
Shouldn't have done this. You said it yourself. I am alive.
Sword.
Occupying our number 2 spot here, we have Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy Forever Fight. This was the second to last film in phase number 1, and it's about as long as Versus, around the same length, 15 minutes and change, and overall, I just enjoy it. Like, once again, this one's kind of more fight focused. I don't know if that notification sound's gonna come through for you, but if it did, it's just a YouTube notification. But yeah, it's a little more fight focused, but it also I find it also it's kind of just a bridge between the past and final match. Final match was the really big development one, and this one I feel does that bridge extraordinarily well for our standards. I think Caleb definitely plays Brad better than he plays Chad. I wanted to say this earlier, but I forgot, and I didn't want to re-record 2 minutes of voiceover, so I just did a little bit of text. But the Brad from Plastic Boy New Beginning is probably the funniest character we have, but Caleb here as Brad already is probably pretty close to one of the funniest. I'd say probably number 2. Brad is probably the funniest character, just overall. And I think Caleb does Brad better than Chad, and this movie exemplifies that. Just because Brad is like kind of mentally challenged, and in Plastic Boy New Beginning he's really mentally challenged, but here he's already a little bit weird, and it's just funny because he can just act like an idiot, because he already kind of did act like an idiot while we were filming, and so really we just kind of let him embrace that idiocy. There is one scene that took, I don't remember what scene it was. I want to say it was one of the opening scenes that it took like 17 takes because Caleb kept ruining it. He kept interrupting her filming. I wish I still had the clips, but it was so good. So funny. I wish I'd made a blooper reel, but sadly I can't now because I did all the other stuff, so all I have is the finished product. But it was a very fun one to film and be a part of. Looking back on it, it's more funny than when it was ruining 17 takes, but it's funnier now. And overall, I think the actual battle itself is pretty good. The whip nay is pretty fun, and this is the first one where we lost. Really, we never really lost ever. Like we lose. Like in Revenge of Chad, we lost a battle, but this is the first time that at the end of the movie we actually fully lost. And obviously, a forever fight is meant to be a rip-off of Infinity War. But we'll get into that another day. So once again, we'll show some clips from the movie, and then we'll get into number 1.
Ah! Not again, plastic boy!
Well, you're getting mad at me, so...
Ah! It's your fault!
No, you were supposed to put it away!
You were supposed to find it.
Guess I gotta practice my whip nay so I can be Rubbermaid boy and plastic man. Whip nay. I failed. Let's try again. Whip nay. Ow! I'm not very good at this. Whip nay. Wait, where's the darts? Where's the darts? Whip
No!
nay.
He's getting closer! As long as he doesn't use the full dart power punch!
Whip nay.
No, my sword! No! Oh!
Whip nay.
We stopped him! Ever so slightly!
Whip.
No! Stop right there!
Whip nay.
Is there a way we can... What can we do? I think we have to improve our technology. It's gotta be time travel. We just gotta do a ton of research. We gotta research different realities and universes. Maybe there's a multiverse. Maybe we can do something about it. Now, this is the end.
It can't end like this.
We can go on forever. We never lose.
Last but certainly not least, we have a Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy final match, taking the number 1 spot and the crown for, in my opinion, the ranking of the best Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy film to this date, which is February 5th, 2024. Yeah, there is a lot that happens here that is, in a sense, revolutionary for the universe. A movie longer than half an hour, that's big. 36 minutes long, that's a big one. something that doesn't entirely focus on the fight. There's just other stuff that happens. That's big, because mostly everything was focused on fighting. So this was the first one where there's not really just fights constantly. So that's interesting. This is the first movie that introduces us to the multiverse, the ideas of the multiverse, which will play a big role if Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy does ever continue. It will kind of be the main thing that kind of leads and brings it all. It connects everything together. It will connect absolutely every single plot point that I have planned, whether plausible or not. And here, it just works well to allow us to explore a little bit more. It let us not only be the regular versions of ourselves trying to undo the whip nene, but it also let us kind of, like, obviously what you'd expect the multiverse, but it let us kind of do things that were a little bit different. Because obviously there are points in different movies where we look at the camera. That's on accident. So this time we have the scene where we interact with the camera. And the camera is actually a full-on character in the movie for the Explorers universe. And then we have also a multiversal variant of Chad, who's the main villain, but I wouldn't really say there's a main antagonist. Obviously Chad is the antagonist at the end, but there's no real antagonist throughout the movie other than Brad at the beginning and Chad at the end. It just kind of it just flows. It just flows together, and it was the most fun one it was the most fun I had editing one, because this one we filmed it on 2 separate days, but it was a couple months apart as well. We filmed the other one. You probably will have noticed that the beginning section, it was filmed on the same day that we filmed the original Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy, for most of the original, honestly, other than the scenes with Chad. And then the rest was filmed on a separate day in, I want to say, December. I can't recall for sure. Probably December 2021, maybe January 2022, February possibly. I don't know. But either way, I don't think that hinders it all that much, since we set up a little. It's built up to be a break anyways. In the movie, the characters need a break because, I mean, they just multiverse hopped several times. So it flows. I think the multiverse hopping is. That's the only problem, is I don't like the transition where it's like just goes black for a couple seconds every single time. So I'm gonna try and fix that if something else happens in the future. But I think just overall, every single universe that we go to is somewhat interesting, at least, and it ties back into the original somehow, or is just a funny little comedy one. And I think it all just works together so well. It's by far the best one we've made. We put the most effort into it. The only thing in hindsight is I wish we would have kept Brad alive somehow, but I don't know if it would have worked, because I do prefer Brad over Chad. But yeah. Other than that, I'm going to play some clips from the movie here, and then we'll do an outro.
We gotta get used to that.
We totally do!
It hurts.
Okay, let's...
Okay, let me put this on. Let me get this ready.
Wait, we don't even have to scan.
What? Where is it?
The dart's right there.
Okay. Might be a phone.
It shouldn't be, because if it's right here, that means we have to be in the reality where, like, just after we would have chased Chad away. Just a couple, like... It's real. Okay. Should we just grab it? Because I don't know. Chihuahua's strong, and they can grab these. We're strong.
Both grab it. 3, 2, 1.
I let go. Ugh. Okay.
Okay, you got it?
I got it, yeah. We gotta go.
Okay. 2, 1.
Just go to Walmart, okay?
Where's the nearest Walmart?
Well, I don't know!
Okay, let's just go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hurry up, hurry up. We are on. We are on in 10 seconds.
Okay, second. Okay, scan. Okay, make sure it's a real one. Be careful. Because we're gonna have to go around to get it. I see
Soy Plastic Boy.
Soy Rubbermaid Man, can you help us find the forever dart? Okay. You have 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you find it? Cause
Where's the darts?
where's the? Oh my God!
Where is it?
Where's the dart?
Where is the dart?
That's a gun!
Ah!
No! Okay. If we don't have the dart, then who does? Who has the dart?
is
Who
it?
has the dart?
Where is it?
Did Chad sneak in? Does he have some Invisitech or something?
Where's Chad?
Where's the dart?
No! You can't go in though. Can't.
Get him! It's the only way. Whichever one of us goes in, we may not ever be able to come back.
I'll take it.
No. I'll take them.
But I can't do anything without you.
That doesn't matter. That's the thing, plastic boy. You're more. You're more powerful than I am. Give me the darts, Chad.
Can't do anything.
High five. I just need the final dart now. He doesn't know how it works. I need this last dart. Chad, let's give it up. Pull him off.
Don't do it.
You keep that.
So that's it for our list. So let's do a quick recap. In last place we have Rubbermaid Man, Plastic Boy, The Revenge of Chad. In 5th, Plastic Boy, A New Beginning. In 4th, the original Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy. At number 3, Rubbermaid Man vs. Plastic Boy. At number 2, we have Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy Forever Fight. And finally, at number 1, we have Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy Final Match. So that's my list for, in my opinion, the best movies. Well, worst to best movies for Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy up to this date. And yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna film Rubbermaid Man and Plastic Boy again, because it has been since September 2022, since we released Plastic Boy: New Beginning. The last time I filmed anything for it would have been in August, probably. of 2022, so it's 2024 now. It's not looking likely, but if something happens, it will be posted. And so yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!